Hey cousins, welcome back to Ro Reacts TV, where we react, review, and recap skits from the Country Wayne skit universe. Alright cousins, these two, they got me in my feels. I really hope that they work out as a family, and I hope that Mike and her can both stay on the straight path. Alright cousins, so Sonny comes home. Mike is sitting in the chair patiently waiting for her to get there. He has a surprise up his sleeve. She walks in and she's complaining about T Hustle. She's telling Mike that, do you know that T Hustle had the nerve to show up at the door and ask to speak to Elena? And so he's like, wow, he's still up on that? She's like, yeah, talking about he in love with her. He said, so did she leave with him? She said, heck no, I would have snatched her up so fast. So she's talking really fast. In the middle of talking, she looks over and she sees a nice balloon and a bag that says edibles. She goes over and she sits down and she reads the card, and it says, 2 babies, 1 beautiful strong woman, and a love that just keeps growing. The card also says, I know it hasn't been easy, but I'm right here with you. Every kick, every moment, every craving. Love, Mike. Aw, Mike. Mike tells her, I know it hasn't been easy, and you're the one that everyone leans on in your family, and it's been crazy lately, and I just wanted to give you some good positive energy, something sweet to keep you on your feminine energy. I don't know, y'all, with all this stuff that's going on, let me know, do you think that we are gonna see these twins be born? At least one. I'm really hoping and praying so, even though this is Skitland. We want to see a success story, okay? That was so sweet, y'all. But guess what? This is the Country Wayne skit universe. The next scene, he's walking out of the gas station and Melissa is walking up. They cross paths. She ignores him. He says, Melissa. He says, now why it gotta be like that? She says, what, Mike? What? He says, you know, we work together. Why do you have to ignore me? We don't have to act like enemies. She says, well, we're not enemies, but I just know how you feel about me. He says, you know what, Melissa? When we broke up and you rode up on me with the dude in the Lamborghini, I was in my feels. You know, it was really too soon. She says, oh, okay. He says, yeah, you know, you came up here stunting on me, and so I just had to say something to get back at you real quick. She said, okay. She says, but, she says, how you gonna be jealous when you the one at home with a baby on the way? He said, babies. She said, babies? You got 2 girls pregnant? He said, nah, I got twins on the way. She looks real shocked. Anyway, he apologized for how he acted towards her, and he tells her he wants to take her to lunch. She says, what? He says, come on, let me take you to lunch. It's nothing like that. We could be friends. Let's go to lunch. Next thing you know, they're at lunch together. He's asking her how she's doing. She's saying, oh, I'm doing fine, I guess. You know what I mean? I just feel like I'm going backwards since I last been with you in the relationship with Trill. He's like, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. She's like, yeah, right. He said, yeah. She's like, yeah, he just keeps ending up in jail. I feel like I'm with J-Mo all over again. And you know, it's been like this way ever since I left you. And so he's like, well, you know what? Give that man a chance. He has to work out however he's going to make it from the streets, you know. He says, I'm going to let you know something. I went to jail and I did 2 years. She said, what? He said, yeah, I did 2 years in jail, you know, and I had to come out and figure it out. And so she says, oh, okay. And so he says, yeah, so he says, give that man a chance. All he needs is a woman that really believes in him. That's all I needed. She says, oh, okay. He says, so yeah, he lets her know that the pregnancy for Sonny is high risk. There he go, bumping his gums. That's none of her business. Remember, she calls Sonny a surrogate, mister. Anyway, so she says, well, you know what? Most twin pregnancies end premature anyway. He looks shocked, and I guess he's going to go back and tell Sonny that he found that out, but I wonder, is he going to let her know who told him? I don't know. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know, do you think the twins are going to make it? Do you think that now that Mike knows that most twins are born prematurely, that he's gonna go and protect them at all costs, and even if that includes getting into it with Sunny for asking her to remove Elena from the situation. Also, do you think that this was just a little bit of temptation, that they wanted to see us with her and Mike, and that he's going to pass successfully and he'll stay faithful to Sunny? I don't know. Drop your thoughts in the comments again, and I'll see you in the next Ro Reacts TV video.